Hi everybody. Today is Monday, July 14th, 2014. First of all, I want to apologize. I know that I wanted to do an egg retrieval video, and today is the 4th day since my egg retrieval, and I have not done a single video. So I've gotten all these updates. I have so much to talk about, and I haven't done anything. It's just, I find it very, very hard to record on my phone. My computer is still not working. I think I'm going to have to take it to go get it fixed, and I'm not happy about that because it's super expensive. But the camera on my phone has to be sitting in a certain, and it's actually a little crooked right now, but anyways, it has to be sitting a certain height, or it doesn't do it right. Anyways, I'm going to try, I think I'm going to break the video up a little bit into 2 different videos. I'm going to do one for the egg retrieval, and then I'm going to do one that has all of my updates, because I don't want it to be a really long video. So I go in that morning for my egg retrieval, and as you guys know, if you watch my videos, then I was pretty nervous about, you know, what can go wrong, and if they were even going to get enough eggs, and yada yada yada. So I go in, and I'm very, very crampy, or I don't even know what the word is, but I really didn't feel good. My ovaries felt like they were so full, and it was terrible. So I go in, and I'm kind of pacing around because sitting is not comfortable at all. And they put me back in a room, and they make me get in a gown, and they told me I can keep my socks on. I brought some comfy socks, and they told me I can keep those, and but I have to put fitties on. So I did that, and they did my IV. They had a lot of trouble getting my IV in, which doesn't surprise me at all. They've always had trouble with my IV. And I wasn't able to drink anything that morning, so I don't know if you guys can see it on the video, but you cannot. I have a bruise on this hand, and then I have a bigger bruise on this hand from where, you can't see it, from where they actually got the vein in that hand. But I was stuck 3 times. They stuck me 1 in this hand, 1 in this arm, and 1 in this hand. So that was fun. And when she finally got it, blood went everywhere, and it was all over the floor. It was a mess. It's not something I'm kind of used to it with my veins, though. So that's not a big deal. So after that, she actually numbed my hands before she put the needle in, which was nice, because by the time she actually did the IV, I didn't feel anything at all. It was great. And the numbing was just a tiny little thing, so it was pretty awesome that they numbed it, I thought, anyways. And then they brought me, they asked me a bunch of questions. The anesthesiologist came in, he asked me a bunch of questions. The doctor came in, they asked me about donating the outer ring of the egg. It's something they throw away anyways, so I agreed to donate it. He asked me if I had any questions. I said no. I go into, then they make me go to the bathroom. They don't want your bladder to be full. And then they took me into the other room, and immediately they put me up on this bed that was way too high, and I had to like practically jump on with my butt hanging out in the back of the robe. Let me tell you, the egg retrieval is nothing to be modest about, because everybody sees everything. I get up on there, and I'm trying to like not flash the anesthesiologist who is like at my head here. So I'm trying to like pull the gown it was stuck from where I tried to scoot on the bed, and the nurse was trying to help me. It was a mess. It was a mess. So we finally get my gown right, and she basically undoes the whole back of the gown. And she immediately tells me to put my feet up in the stirrup. I thought they were at least gonna well, no, she puts my feet up in the stirrups, and of course, since my feet are in the stirrups, my gown is wide open. I figured they would have, you know, covered me up or something, at least until I was asleep. No. Now, when she did at one point cover me when people were walking into the room, but as soon as everybody got in there, she just uncovered me again. So I was a little confused, but it's not like she covered me up quick enough, because everybody was already in the room, and I guess she realized what she did and covered me up. So everybody walked past and seen my hoo-ha, and then she covered me, and then the doctor sat down and uncovered me. It was really embarrassing for me. I don't know. I'm just not used to having my stuff. I still get embarrassed at my yearly checkup, so I don't know. It was different. And the whole time, the anesthesiologist, who does not see people's hoo-has every day like my doctor does, was just standing there, and I'm like, ugh, this is so awful. Anyways, so he talks to me, and he's telling me what he's doing as he's doing it. The first shot, you're going to feel this, which I didn't feel. He said the first shot is going to make the lights shaky. So I'm staring at the lights, and I'm waiting for them to get shaky, and I'm like, well, this isn't working, and then I start to panic a little bit. And he says, and the second shot, it's going to do this. And the reason why I say this, I don't remember what he said, because by the time he said it, I was out cold. And I swear they woke me up 10 minutes later. I swear it was 10 minutes. I don't really actually know the time. I'm sorry, I can't tell you. But it was 10 minutes later to me. I felt like I took a 10-minute nap. And the first thing I hear is James had to go back to work, so he was gone before I woke up. And the first thing I hear is my mom is standing next to my bed, and she says, Janelle, they got 6. So, we got 6 eggs out of the 11 follicles that we had. So we had 11 follicles, and they retrieved 6 eggs. So the nurse walks in, and I was excited. I was like, that's a good number. You know, I'm okay with that. It's perfectly fine. I was okay with that. So the nurse walks in, and she says, you can get dressed as soon as you feel comfortable. And, you know, as long as, you know, your mom can help you walk out the door, then you can leave. So that's what we did. The rest of the day was kind of in and out. I was on pain medication. I was on the anesthesia. I went to my mom's house, and I took a couple hours nap with her, making sure she was watching me like instructed. Excuse me. And then I went home, and I took another nap. I ate a little bit. I wasn't nauseous at all. Now the HCG, the trigger shot, that did make me nauseous. So if I was nauseous, it wasn't because of the anesthesia. But anyways, blah blah blah. So yeah, that was pretty much it. As far as the side effects to the egg retrieval, I'm gonna go ahead and warn you right now. This is TMI. So if you do not want to listen to this, I'm just going to go over my symptoms, and then I'm going to stop the video. So if you don't want to hear this, then you can turn it off now and go next to the next video to find out about my daily embryos. And thank you for watching. But as far as the symptoms of the egg retrieval, the anesthesia, and I say that like it's somebody's name, the anesthesia, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Don't make fun of me, please. The anesthesia, it makes, and it does this every time. I don't know if it's just me or if it's an actual side effect, but every time I go under, I get gas pains in my stomach. And I'm not saying farting gas. I'm saying like burping. Like I burp so bad, and it takes a while for me to get to the point where I can even burp. So for the second day, the full second day, I had sharp awful gas pains in my stomach that weren't going anywhere. I couldn't do anything with them, and it was just so painful. It was so terrible. And then the second day, I still had, she told me, I felt so much better the day of my egg retrieval. I almost went to work, but my mom wouldn't let me drive because I felt so much better than what I did when I walked in. Because my ovaries were so full and it felt awful. And she told me before I left, she said, or before my egg retrieval, I was telling her I was, in quite a bit of pain. And she said, well, after the egg retrieval, that's going to subside. And I was like, oh, thank God. And she said, don't thank me yet because it's going to come back because it fills with fluid. I'm like, crap. So that did happen. So I had the gas pains in my stomach. I have the pains in my ovaries from them filling up from fluid on the second day. And I found out, this is the TMI, mainly the TMI, and I'm kind of embarrassed to tell you guys because I don't talk about stuff like this, but it's been so bad that I feel like I have to bring it up for other women to be conscious about it. And this is not an egg retrieval. I don't believe, anyways, I don't believe this is an egg retrieval symptom. I believe it's actually a symptom of the trigger shot and the pregnancy hormone. I don't want to tell you, but like I said, I feel like I need to. I have been so unbelievably constipated, and I'm sorry if that's gross. I'm really not trying to be. I'm so uncomfortable. I've never in my life ever been constipated in my life. And it's terrible. I'm so sorry for people who have to do this, like who get this all the time, because so I had those pains and I still have them. It's today's the 5th day. Today's the 4th day after my transfer. And it started the day after my transfer, so it's been going on for 3 days now, and it hurts so bad, so bad. The nausea from the trigger shot has subsided, so has my pains from my ovaries, and even most of the gas pains have gone away because I burped for 2 days straight, because that's gross too. But the constipation case seems to be sticking with me, and from what I've read, you're not allowed to take over-the-counter medication, so what they said was to drink lots of water and fiber, so that's what I've been doing, and it's not helping. I guess I could always drink more water. I don't know. It's so terrible. So terrible, and I feel gross talking about it, so I'm really sorry. But those are pretty much my only symptoms. I still have to take a pain pill in the morning because mornings are bad for me. My boobs are still really sore, and that's obviously from the HCG. And I have just given you all sorts of juicy information about me today. So I think I'm going to end that with the egg retrieval and go next to my next videos about happy, not so gross stuff. So thank you for watching, ladies, and I really appreciate everything.